Hi, Chupirins. I am live and I'm very, very excited and I don't know how to delete this comment. How do I delete this comment? Take it off, please. Oh, and I have the TV on here playing some background music. I don't know if you can hear it, but I wanted to create an ambient so we can enjoy this. But there is a comment here that I want to remove. And delete, delete. Yeah. So for today's video, this is one of a series that I want to create. I'm currently live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And I know it's a lot. I've wanted to do this for a while, and finally, it is the right time to make this happen. And yeah, I will give a few minutes so people can join and become part of this video, of this session that I'm creating. I have some stuff that I wanted to share, specifically around self discovery. And yes, I joined a few minutes late. Sorry, I started really early today, prepping and everything, but I still ended up coming in late because I just didn't work out all the technical details so quickly. But I am excited to be here. So, the purpose of this call is really to share my journey of self discovery and creating the life of my dreams, finding my purpose, which really is the biggest part of me creating the life that I'm living and that I am creating to live in the future. The biggest part about it is the fact that I created a life purpose that I didn't have. I grew up in, I would say, not necessarily a typical environment. I was raised by my grandparents. My parents were not around, so I kind of had to grow up really, really fast as a kid. And though that tends to be a good thing in many ways, it can also be a really big challenge, and it can create a lot of traumas, a lot of insecurities. And that was my case. Some people really like step into those roles. I, on the other hand, it really took me a lot of work, of personal work, to get to the place that I am today here, and that I'm even able to do this live, put myself in front of so many people, and be okay with being judged or not judged, or people joining me or not joining me. It's really a lot of work, and I think that, based on my journey, we so often underestimate how much work it takes, and we don't really realize how much work people do that are influencers, that put themselves out there every single day. It seems easy. Most people make it so easy, but it's not. It's a journey. And for me, it has been a long journey to get to where I am here today. It's been hi. This is the people saying hi, ciao. Um yes, it's been quite a journey to get to where I am. It's a lot to share in one video, and I'm looking to share it with time. And yeah, and today it's a series. So I scheduled this. I don't know how to schedule this on Instagram, actually. If anybody knows how to schedule in advance stuff on Instagram, because I know how to do it on Facebook, and I just figured out on YouTube how to do it. I didn't do it way earlier. I just did it right before the call. But what I want to say is that it's a series, and it's a discovery. It's a discovery for me and for the people that are joining. And I have some small activity that I wanted to do with anybody that joins or anybody that sees the video afterwards, because I assume that many people will see it after more than that people will join me. Also, I am doing this at 2 p.m. New York times, and doing it at this hour. It's like literally like in the middle of the day. People are either like just came from lunch or going to lunch, and they have a lot going on. And I have my little tea here. I'm gonna have a sip. And I also have my notepad, but I also brought my iPad because I like to write on my iPad. Somehow, like, it's easy for me to carry my journaling and anything that I create on here, and that's the reason why I like it. So yeah. First part that I wanted to do, the first section, is I wanted to for us to like sit down for a moment. Like, I made myself really cozy. I have some pillows here, and I like to sit on the floor. So if you like to sit on the floor, that's nice. You can just do that. Find a space that works for you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some deep breaths so that we can become more present to where we are right now. And if you are joining me for this ride, let's do it together. So I'm gonna do 5 these deep breaths. Okay, so I'm gonna do, and the way I do it is I breathe through my nose and fill up my stomach and my chest. It's kind of like, it turns like a wave, and then I exhale. So let's do it. Okay, so that was 5 deep breaths. And now let's go to the next part. And the next part is I created some questions that I wanted to do with you. I will be doing them myself since today I don't have a guest. I'm looking to have some friends or some people that I know join me. I don't know if you can hear any of the music in the background, but I did put a little bit of music in the background. And yeah, so the first question that I have here is we're gonna do a reflection so far, a discovery of how our week has been going so far. Basically, let's just go through. Yeah, how is your week so far? And what I mean by so far, and you can choose what area of your life you want to work on. It can be that you want to work on your career, because it could be that you want to work on your personal life. It could be that you want to do a combination, and overall just look at where you are right now. Whatever you want to do, you can do that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do an overall reflection of how my week has been going. And what I'm going to focus on is what's working, what's not working, and where can I improve. So, yeah, I'm going to put the music a little bit louder, and I'm going to work on it for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to work first on, I'm going to show it to you just so you can see it. What is working is the first thing that I wrote down. I like to focus on the positive side first and go from there. So what is working? Take a moment to write some down. Hi. So some people are asking what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm actually doing a reflection of the week, what has happening so far. So I'm working on what's looking at the whole week from Monday till now, what has been working very well, what is not working during the week, and I'm referring to your life, the plans that you had, your career in general, whatever you want to focus on. If you want to focus on just like one thing or you want to focus overall, I'm focusing on overall what's working and what's not working for me. And we'll do the next part, and that is what could we do differently. And right now I just did the what's working part so far. I don't think you can see it, and I'm going to start on what is not working. That's okay, no problem. Hello. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next part, and that is what could I do differently. I know some of you are joining in late, but that's okay. If you want to join in, you can join in on the activity that I'm doing here, and that is I'm doing a reflection of the week of what is working, what's not working, and what could I do differently. And it can be in any area of your life. It can be or overall. I'm doing an overall reflection, and um, yeah, I'm doing overall reflection, and I am doing the next part right now. I'm on part three, which is basically what could I be doing differently. Hi. I have a poll for you. I only have it pulled on here on Facebook. How do I share it? I would like to share the poll. I don't know how to do it. I guess I'll have to figure this out next time because I don't know how to do this. Hi, ciao. Okay. So I'm going to go over what I wrote down. I think that's plenty of time. And if you need more time, you can take your time and continue doing the exercise, okay? So what I wrote down for what's working for me currently is the one of the greatest thing, and that is the courage to actually do this live that I've been desiring to do for a while, to actually do it. And that is a big working for me currently. So yay. The other thing is what's working for me is I'm starting to get better at planning things and fit them into my schedule. And I like that. Of course, there's always work to be done around it, so it's a never-ending thing. Mm, and the other thing is that's working for me is allowing myself to be me and get done as much as I can throughout the week or throughout the day, specifically during the day, without feeling that if I didn't complete something, that there was something wrong or I didn't do enough or any of those things. So, yeah, it's really important to just meet yourself where you are right now, and I feel like that's what I'm doing right now, and it feels good. What is not working is what's not working. It's not me not being consistent. I wonder if the music is too loud. Because is the music too loud? Okay. So what's not working is not being consistent. Like consistency is really important no matter what you do. So not being consistent is is a challenge for me to be consistent. And that's something that's not working. And I think because when we're not consistent or we're not doing something or procrastinating, there's usually something else lying underneath it. Um, and because something is like we're dealing with something, and whatever that is stopping us from being our best self or our best version of ourselves. And for me, it's really about the fear of not getting it right, or whatever I'm doing is not going to bring value, like this video here. But I am in a very different space now. I'm going to do it because I know there will be at least one person for whom this video is going to make a difference. And that's why I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it from start to finish. No matter what comments I get, no matter what people are telling me, I know it's going to make a difference for somebody. And that's more than enough for me. And then the other thing that doesn't work for me is getting caught in the details. In other words, it's be important for me to be more present. And I'm kind of already doing the next part, which is what could I do differently? And what could I do differently is, of course, to continue doing the self development work that I'm doing so that I can continue discovering what's underneath of like procrastination or not being consistent, and where can I improve so that I don't find myself in a place where I feel like I'm not completing the goals that I set for myself. So the thing that I wrote down is I would like to be more present to now. So, for example, in this video that I'm filming, that I'm doing with you, I just want to be here regardless of what's going on over there, what other task I have to do right after this call. And yeah, and that is so, so important. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And then what I have saved for the next part of this first call, and that is to set up some goals for the rest of the week and technically for a whole week, because next Wednesday I'm going to do another call with you, and I'll do my best to incorporate this part into the next session, and that is to go over our goals. So I'm gonna set up, gonna change the color here. What is my goal or goals? I'm gonna write goal or goals for this week. I strongly recommend that you do not make a long list of goals. Pick one, or the most, if you want to do more than one, the most three, okay? And things that are realistic, things that you know that you have time for sure. Not like, oh, I could do it. It's more like where you are right now with the schedule that you have. I know that I can create this by next week. Now, there might be something else that shows up for you, so you don't do it. That's a different story. You know that you have, for example, I know I can create 3 reels or short videos between now and next Wednesday. So I'm going to put that down here. Create and publish. I should say create 3 reels by next week. Short videos, because some platform, they don't see them as reel, they see them as short videos. So 3 short videos, which I already have the idea for, and I have some idea of how I'm going to create at least 2 of them. So that's also important. Like, so I'm saying I'm being realistic. Like, I've already thought something through, I wrote something down, so I'm going to build off of that. And I'm going to set up a second goal for myself, and the second goal would be to share a YouTube video that I've been editing, and it's pretty much around 95% done, but I didn't share it. So because I'm missing a tiny little detail that is important and I wanted to do it. So I want to actually finish up the video editing and share it on YouTube. Okay. So those were the 2 goals that I set up for myself. I know not many people joined this time around, and not everybody is still around. But if you see this video later, I would love for you in the comments to share what goals did you create for yourself, um, and that's way we can all support each other in accomplishing this goal. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. This is, again, the first video. I'm going to make a series of these. I think it's perfect timing because it's the end of the year. So it's great that we reflect and that we start next year with a positive outlook. Because when we look at a year, and our mind is just set up to always look at a negative, to always look at, I didn't do this. I promised to do this, but I didn't do it. And we really forget about everything else that we promised to do and we did. Or there are things that, for instance, like maybe we didn't promise to do it, but we made it happen. Something that showed up that along the way, and we were so excited and it worked out so well for us, but we're not going to count that because, well, we didn't write that down, and we're really just going to focus on the things that we wrote down and we didn't do. And that doesn't work. It just what it does, it makes you feel really bad about yourself and what you didn't accomplish. And then you kind of like stop, you don't do the next thing because guess what, I'm going to promise yet another thing to do and I'm not going to do it, so I'm not going to promise again. And then you get stuck in this place of comfort but discomfort at the same time. And my goal here is to help you step out of your comfort place and step into something new and something great, but something that you created yourself, and it's something that's yours, like I'm creating my own. And we can do this together. We can do it together. And I would love to be there with you on your journey as you will be with me on my journey. So, thank you until next Wednesday at the same time, 2 p.m. Eastern New York time. And that is 2 p.m. is 14. So some people who think of the 24-hour clock, it's 14 o'clock. And yeah, I will see you next week. Ciao. May you have a fantastic, fantastic week, and may you accomplish the goals that you created today. And yeah, bye. How do I do this? Here. I don't know how to end it here. Okay. And here.